Take 4. Take 4. Okay, anyway. Ayoko na ikwento. Moving on. We recorded for 40 minutes. For 40 minutes. And nakuha lang niya yung 15 minutes. This is take 4. We're cursed. I'm cursed. This laptop is cursed.
Sana masave tong recording na to kasi feeling ko ito yung pinaka-consolidated ng lahat ng recordings combined.
Like I'm really like if
sana nandito pa. Ayun, sign moment of truth ulit. Moment of truth ulit.
Just sign me off, man. Just end me. May live leak na sa top right ng ano.
Man. Ayun.
Live leak na watermark. Introduce ulit. Again. As if niya ito ginawa.
Deja vu.
Deja vu.
Okay. Hi. Hello, everybody. We're back with another episode of Midnight Crisis. You already know who it is. Aldous. ALDOUS. Hindi ako 500 stocks ngayon kasi marami akong ibang pagkakakilanlan. And kasama ko yung gagamitin ko yung term na brain father. Brain father. Siya yung gumawa ng Midnight Crisis. Sign, XYNN, hindi SIGN. Alam nyo rin dapat yon. Bakit ko yung sinabi?
Parang best na ito ginawa natin.
Yes. For context, pangalawang beses na. Kasi, thank you so much, Microsoft. Galing. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Windows.
Microsoft, yeah. Nasa gitna na kami ng recording. Nandun na si Vibe si Aldous of telling yung story niya of this episode, you know. And then bigla na lang nag-black yung screen ko.
Tapos nag-update.
Oh, yeah. Akala ko at first like, nag-sleep mode yung computer. And then bigla lumabas yung updating now.
7%.
Thank you. So, ayun, biglang, like, literal na technical difficulty sa kalikitan ng episode. Di ko pa siya, first time nangyari yun. Usually,
as such, with a lot of productions. It's a usual thing.
Usually, narinig ko lang yun sa iba right? Na parang bigla nag-update or bigla nag-shutdown. Hindi naman, naka-charge ako, nakasaksak yung charger. Alam mo, like, hindi mangyayari yan. Tapos, you know, nag-update. Thank you. Nasa vibe na kami. So, yun lang. Kaya,
marami na kami na pag-usapan design, actually.
Yeah. I-rehash na namin. Pero ngayon, mas polished na, di ba?
Mas maayos na namin. Hopefully, mas maayos na namin pag-usapan.
Hindi ko mababalikan yung copy ko kasi corrupted. Kasi nag-shutdown lang siya.
Ay, meron din ako aminin,
OBS.
Meron din ako aminin.
Tagap kita.
Kasi, di ba, sa sound check, audio check kami every, before recording.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, every after ng soundcheck, dinidelete ko yung mismong soundcheck na file. Tapos dun sa folder, nakita ko meron dalawang file.
Oh, no.
Tapos Control A, Shift Delete, Enter. As in, second nature. Kasi gano'n ako eh. Ayokong natatambak yung ano ko eh, yung recycle bin. Kaya recta permanently delete. Tapos na-realize ko, na-delete ko pala yung isang baka magamit sana. Pero nope, it's out. Nasa void na siya.
You know,
na-delete ko na siya for permanently.
Maybe blessing, maybe nasabi tayo sa kanina, sa recording na like, you know what? No. Ulitin nyo. So, thank you kung sino ka man. Higher being.
Wait lang. It's a good segue. Niisip ko yung segue na term for it. Take 2. Take 2 yung Midnight Crisis, which is it's something that I went through a lot recently. It's not that recently, pero it's connected to what happened recently. So, yun. Pero before anything else, gusto ko pa rin pag-usapan natin, Sign, lahat ng mga sinabi mo kanina tungkol sa mga napagdaanan mo.
Okay.
Tungkol sa ginawa mo.
This episode is gonna be like parang yung mga ganap mo kasi it's very interesting, very unique yung nangyari sa'yo. So, gusto ko siyang explore. Pero siyempre, like, it's been a while since ulit tayo nag-usap kasi blah blah blah, ang dami nangyari sa'yo. So like parang nag-ano tayo.
Naka-speedrun mode.
Naka-speedrun na. Basically, like parang nag-prepare tayo ng episodes, right? Like parang gano'n.
Yeah.
Para at least in advance kasi it's gonna naging busy yung a week ago mo.
For context then, yung episode before this one is recorded kasabay nung isang episode nung
we're being more professional. Ito yung mga professional na
nag-i-imbak na kami ng episode.
Nag-i-imbak para kasi may mga
yun yung una naming imbak.
Yeah. Ginawa namin to the Javas before for a few times, pero like, there's only so much that we can do. So ngayon, like, we're waiting for him. We miss you, buddy. Please come back. Anyway, ayun, so there we go, blah, blah, blah. Ano ba yung tanong mo? So yeah, yung ganap ko lang very quickly. So lumalamig na here. Naka-double coat na ako. I'm drinking my coffee right now. So maybe kaya mas naging higher energy ako ngayon kasi nag-kick in na yung
caffeine.
Kasi kanina puno pa ngayon, get kalahati na lang. Kasi nag-usap din tayo for a long time before nag-update yung. Anyway, ayun. So ano ba mga ganap ko? So I've 90 plus hours later, nalaro ko na yung sequel ng Red Dead 1, which is yung 2. So, kasi na-discuss ko sa episode ko a few episodes ago, right? Nalaro ko yun. So yun, tapos ko siya after 94 hours. And Arthur Morgan, the GOAT. I miss you already. Sana hindi siya spoiler. And kasi, ano siya, tapos ko na yung games, ibig sabihin, na-miss ko na siya.
Wala na, you're making it a little more obvious than it.
So anyway, ayun lang.
Okay. So for context din, mabilis lang din, speedrun ko lang din to. Wala, yung mga nilalaro ni Sign, wala akong experience on it. Hindi ako aware ako sa existence ng franchise, pero wala akong experience playing the franchises. Which is, yung Red Dead Redemption, pati, ano pa yung isa?
Yung 2, yeah. Yung isa yung Hollow Knight. There we go.
Hollow Knight,
yeah. So, yeah, you should play Red Dead kasi, na-embarrassing ang ngayong taon ko lang din laro yung, hindi mo siya embarrassing, more like, sobrang, ano ba yun, sa cultural keme-keme ng mundo, like parang Red Dead, like, pero hindi ko siya ever nahawakan ngayon lang ulit, ngayong taon lang. So, gets kita, like parang, maybe kapag nasa gaming mode ka na ulit, kasi nasa gaming mode ako ngayon. So, yung isa pa, Hollow Knight, yung sequel, Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song, 7 years in the making. So, na-release siya ng September 4. So, I've been taking my time. Like dun sa Red Dead 2 na like took me 94 hours. Nagtagal ako sa chapter 2 ng game. Dahil talagang like slow down lang, ninamnam ko lang yung game. Parang ito yung ginagawa ko sa Silk Song. So, I've been enjoying it, but ang danger is super hirap niya. And I feel like yung controller ko, alam mo yung rubber sa Joy-Con?
Yung analog stick?
Yung analog stick, yeah. Yung rubber doon, kasi parang, yung texture, parang feel ko natatanggal ko. Nafe-feel ko lang, kasi sobrang, yung game is like,
buti hindi siya what do you call this? Yung phantom move na parang gumagalaw siya mag-isa?
Yeah, buti hindi. Hindi pa, sana. Sana hindi mangyari.
Common na sakit ng mga joystick.
Yeah. Pero sana hindi kasi, bago pa lang. Tsaka. Pero sana hindi ako masyadong intense, pero yun na-feel ko. And nanood ako kanina ng The Naked Gun before we start recording yung kay Liam Neeson.
Which is something I'm also not aware of. Pero
I recommend yung classics. I think 3 yung Naked Gun na movies. So, try mo panoorin yun. Tapos may remake/sequel.
Tapos si Liam Neeson. Sabi
Liam
ni Sign kanina, bago mag-update yung...
Yeah. Parang we're just deja vuing everything. So, ayun lang. Like, maganda, okay siyang comedian actually. Very underrated siya na comedian. Kasi may mga comedy roles siya, pero cameos lang sa TED. TED 2, nag-cameo siya doon, if you remember.
Actually, meron din siyang skits, I think, sa Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, sa Ricky Gervais. Yan ang hindi ko...
Actually, I'm not sure what it is, pero pinarody niya yung sarili niya sa Taken. Something like that.
Parang ganun. Yeah. I think SNL yun, maybe. More than likely, right? Saturday Night Live. Pero yun, like, very good. Very funny. Magaling siyang actor, of course, sa comedy. And yung script was really solid. Like, may mga jokes kasi, parang minsan naglilink ka sa pop culture references. Para, gets ko yung say yung reference niya. Pero itong comedy to, like, hindi siya
raw comedy siya na
like, raw comedy siya in sense, like, yung writing is good, tsaka yung timing and yung structure. So like, yeah, I like it. That's it. In-speedrun ko lang. may mga life shit behind the scenes, pero I feel like kailangan i-highlight lang natin yung mga right now, Another episode yun. Another episode.
Okay. Sign. To save, to be more like efficient dun sa proseso natin sa paggawa ng episode. Tinatry kong magsulat na ng probable timestamps.
Kwento ko, right? See, we're
Tapos,
efficient. Nagkukwento ako, tapos may ginagawa pa sa background siya.
Okay.
Like me.
We,
there we go. Guys,
we
take 2 is a blessing.
ran it. Speed run? Hindi ko alam
Speed
kasi
run,
merong colloquialism na doon. Pero yon, we speed ran everything in half the usual time. Kasi last recording natin, yung...
I think 15 minutes or 20
it
minutes
was 15 minutes, yes. Tapos ngayon, 9 and a half. So parang a little more, pero speed run is speed run.
Anyway, ayun lang. So yun yung ganap ko, very chill. Na here, fall. So kaya malamig. Kaya uminom na akong coffee.
So yun din pala, sayang nawala yung segment na yun kasi merong parang naging spontaneous na segment na parang nagtanong ako kay Sign about...
Nauulitin mo right now kasi magtatanong ka. So ulitin
hindi,
ko
wala na, alam ko na eh. Pero, wait, magiging ano na siya?
Pretend na hindi mo alam.
Review session na siya.
Okay.
Nung recording natin kanina na hindi marirelease kasi corrupted na.
Okay.
Ano siya? Sasabihin ko yung mga sinabi mo in the way that I understood it. Okay. 4 seasons sa US. Ang pagkakasunod-sunod is nakalimutan ko. Spring, summer, fall, winter.
Yeah.
Okay. Tapos, may daylight savings sa US around November. If I'm not mistaken.
I think around November, yeah.
Okay. Tama pa rin ako. So far, so good. Ano pa? Oh man, ang naalala ko lang kinuwento mo about sa work pero wag mo na yun. Meron pa eh. Spring, ang kapareho ng spring dito sa Pilipinas ay yung cloudy, windy, hindi ganun katirik yung araw. So, presko, maaliwalas yung Kaya ang daming may gusto ng spring. Summer, hindi natin alam yung feeling kasi there was an episode that we discussed yung pagkakaiba ng summer sa Pilipinas pati summer sa yung
pero kasi mainit. That's it.
Super init tapos kahit yung hangin is mainit. So hindi siya
Pilipinas.
Hindi siya.
Alam na natin yung summer, right?
Oo.
Yeah.
Tapos fall naglalagas yung trees. Winter is winter. Nagdo-drawing si
snow. Wow.
Nagdo-drawing si Sign ng snow sa
Snow Angels. Snow Angels.
PG-13 pala tayo ngayon. Nag-drawing si ng Snow Angel. Sa snow, pero after niya mag-drawing wala na, hindi niya na may enjoy kasi super inconvenient ng winter kasi madulas yung daan.
Yeah.
Ayun. Tapos meron siyang sinabi na work thing na sobrang nakakatawa. Pero hindi na siya magiging nakakatawa kasi wala na yung punchline, wala na yung setup. Pero ang sinabi ni Sign is sumingit siya sa conversation.
Paano yung ginagawa natin right now, no?
Tapos ikaw naman yung magsasabi ng mga sinabi.
Yeah, binubullet point mo yung sinabi ko, na kinuwento ko sa'yo a recording ago. And we're still like, yung tangent natin. Hindi na pa rin yung oras.
Actually, yeah.
Well, change.
Ano tawag dito? Ayun. Nag-butt in si Sign sa conversation ng isa niyang workmate pati isang kausap na nagaling sa ibang branch.
Akala ko bagong workmate. Yeah, pero apparently yun pala is higher up.
Tapos ang tinanong ni Sign,
hey!
Ikaw na magsabi.
Hey, Daylight 7 is coming up in an hour. Sabi ko, are we gonna go home early or late? Hindi ko alam na ano pala yun, like mataas na like member ng buong like company or something.
Parang mo sinabihan yung boss mo nun na parang, uy,
nakatingin lang ako sa phone ko. Like parang, hey, so niremind ko lang siya pagpatak ng 12, it's gonna change. Pero, yeah, thank you for, pero like, narealize ko na bago ko umuwi na, what the fuck? Like, mataas na tao yun bakit? Sumingit ako sa conversation nila just to like, ask them if like, maaga ba akong uuwi or, or yun tayo, walang pa nila nangyari. Kaya nagsiksakan yun.
Chad move, aura farming, baby.
Well, I'm just more, I'm just more, I'm curious kung uwi ba tayo late or how does this work? Hindi ko lang kung paano gagawin yung payment. Like, mababayaran ba ako ng 1 hour?
Actually, yun din. Sayang, kasi umuwi pa rin si Sign ng late nun. So, same pa rin yung time. So. Dun sa transfer from standard to DST.
Basta I'm confused kung like, umatras ba o umabante. Yeah, I don't. Basta alam ko lang, nagbago yung oras. So, that's it.
So,
Okay. So, yun na yun.
time! Okay.
Time, okay.
14.
That aside.
Oh, 1 minute. May 1 minute
okay,
tayo
gotcha.
palugid. Okay,
What's a world record? Magano ko rin kami, speedrun, glitchless, tangentless percent. Yun yung next na criteria natin ng speedrun. Okay, let's focus na sa'yo kasi like, ang dami mong kwento. I feel like kailangan bigyan ng maraming oras yan.
Okay.
So, ang daming ganap sa'yo. Spoil ko na. Like, basically, hindi na spoil. Basically, nag-premiere ka?
Yes.
Sa premiere? Movie premiere?
Yes.
Could I say? Movie premiere. So, basically, red carpet shit. So, na-experience mo yun? Maybe as a comm student, big deal sa akin kasi, oh, damn, the glamour.
Tapos, sa akin, hindi masyado. It didn't...
Now, you will kwento. And the other one, nag-handle ka ng very big team.
Nag-handle ako ng very big people.
Ikaw bahala mag-specify. Basta ako lang. Basically, may malaking event.
Yung yung nag-handle ako ng very big people. Hindi kayo na bahala ka paano yung interpret
big team,
yun.
amount of people. Nag-handle ka. Dahil yun, lumabas. Basically, yung mask mo, as in
put into practice.
Na-put into practice.
Legit.
Sa small stage, sa silver screen, tsaka sa like,
sa big stage, sa biggest stage
I guess, yeah.
in the world.
Because hindi na siya, sabi ka sana golden screen pero wala siyang screen. Because stage, basically.
Well, technically meron, pero LED. Whatever.
Pero you know what I'm saying? Ibig sabihin, hindi ka like, it's it's live, basically, yun. So, ayun, there we go. Saan mas interested unahin ang ating journey?
Para mas magulo pa kaysa dun sa una nating recording.
Kasi like naka-bullet point na lahat Even sa kwento ko, ibu-bullet point already.
Okay. We're going to do it chronologically.
Okay,
Una yung tungkol dun sa premiere. Kasi last week, the premiere happened first. Pero even before that, syempre, dahil merong premiere, meaning merong naging shooting. Dun sa shooting, ano ba nangyari? Shooting was around February or March. I forgot. I am really sorry. I should have looked it up nung nag-update
pero
yung PC ni Isay.
Of this year.
Of this year, yes. Which is really good kasi yung editors for a full length, actually hindi siya full length, mga 1 hour siya. Pero even so, 1 hour.
1 hour?
Tapos like, nagawa niya like in a professional sense na parang tapos hindi lang yon, meron pang mga publication materials, may nakagawa pa sila ng trailers for every single movie kasi parang maraming movie siya. So the premiere lasted for around actually not around, it happened the whole day from morning from afternoon, from tanghali,
midnight,
from noon to gabi. Like, hindi siya sundown. Like, gabi na talaga siya natapos. So, ayun. Merong part sa akin na parang it felt not necessarily unfair, pero medyo ganun. Kasi, baka yun yung hindi ko na sasabihin yung term na hot topic ngayon sa Pilipinas. Nasabi ko na yun a few episodes ago. Di ko na yun uulitin.
Pero nag-allude ka na.
Pero kasi naging nakuha ko yung role, I think, kasi na-recommend ako ng parents ko. Tapos yung parents ko kasi is my parents are actors.
Actors, basically. Yeah.
In that organization as well. So, nagustuhan nung director or nung parang head yung acting ng parents ko, tapos dahil na-refer nila ako, kumbaga, ewan ko, siguro by association, ganun, by association na magaling yung parents neto. Hindi ko na sinabi yung term na genetically speaking.
And sinabi mo right now, do you understand what's happening right now? You're saying out loud yung things na hindi ko sasabihin tong term na to. Para kasi
sinabi ko. Ang kaso lang nasabi ko na.
Alam mo yung like ni Kanye, may nangyari kay Kanye a while ago?
Which one? There are a lot of things that happened with Kanye, man.
But naging full-on mask-off siya, basically. Tapos meron ng funny video. Basta, yun. Parang ganun yung, hindi ko sasabihin ko sino. Tapos sasabihin mo ko sino. Parang yun, yes. Okay, go on.
So, yeah.
So, nagdating ka ng premiere with your parents?
Okay. Actually, so, hindi ko na sasabihin yung backstory. Basta actors yung parents ko. Tapos, sobrang galing nilang actors. Tas nakatrabaho pa ni Mami si John Lucas na hindi kilala ni Sign. Pero he's a big
ngayon, alam na nung tao na hindi
name.
ko kilala. Actually, hindi ko siya kilala. Ano ba yan? Saan ba siya gumanap?
He's kind of big name. Nakatrabaho ni Mami si John Lucas. Nag-play si Mami as mom. No character
Wow! Sorry. Yung funny lang, yung mommy ko nag-play as mom. Like, wow. Hirap na. Must have been really difficult like mag-get
Actually,
into character.
Okay. This is where we left off before
mag-update. There we go. Expedient.
Yung mom ko, ginampanan niya dun sa film na yon, which is titled Best Man. Di ko alam kung na-release na siya sa YouTube or not. Nag-play siya as mom ni John Lucas. Tas di ko na sasabihin kung ano yung mga parang plot points doon. Pero, ang sinabi lang ng mom ko, kaya sobrang galing ng acting niya doon. Kasi inaalala niya yung mga malalang nangyari sa family namin for us to be this comfortable with each other, this open with each other. Ang dami naman kasi talaga kaming na pagdaanan as a family. Tapos, yun yung chinanel ngayon ng nanay ko.
Doon sa role.
Kaya sobrang galing ng acting niya doon. Like, super galing ng acting niya doon. I cannot stress it enough. Hindi ko yung sinasabi kasi nanay ko siya. Sinasabi ko yun kasi I appreciate good art when I see it or when I experience it, when I hear it or something. Ayun. Really, really good acting. Tapos, nakalimutan ko na. Meron kang tinanong which made me
I think like how did it feel? Like, parang attending the premiere muna before anything. Parang yun yung naging question ko. Kasi parang as a comm student, I guess like parang, you know, big deal yun na parang, oh shit, like nasa role na ako, like may kita na ako. Hindi lang sa school project, kundi like parang nationally.
Actually, yun din yung thing. It's a good thing to have had experience pagdating dun sa productions of that kind. Yung sa film. Iba siya sa theater kasi yung theater is ayun, walang cut, walang take two sa theater. Excuse me. Narinig ba yun?
Narinig yun. It came through sa mic.
Ayun. It's really different sa theater, which is I've also had some experience kasi nga nag theater arts ako sa UP pero umalis din ako. Pero it's so much different in a professional setting. Tapos, also considering the fact na this is the first like art project and a professional art media project na pinasok ko after ko gumraduate. So, I'm unemployed. Tapos, andun ako sa real life. Parang ganon. Tapos ito yung una kong media project na ginawa na in this large scale. Tapos ayun, kumbaga nung premiere na what it felt like was parang nanonood lang din tayo nung film fest sa school. Kasi marami ding films na inano nung premiere eh. Tapos ako parang hinihintay ko na lang na okay,
malapit na akin.
Malapit na sa akin.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Parang ganon. Tapos, it's really mundane. Looking back on it, it feels really normal. It feels really... actually, there's no better word for it than mundane. Na parang, wala yung wala siyang star factor anything. Kahit ang daming taong nagsasabi sa akin na parang, uy, ang galing mo mag-acting, ganito, ganyan. Dami nagko-congratulate sa akin. It doesn't feel that way.
So, hindi siya life-changing?
Hindi siya...
Like parang, you know...
hindi siya canon event. Like parang, oh, no! What a callback! Ayun. Hindi, actually, it's an important event and a notable experience sa buhay ko. Pero hindi siya canon event, hindi siya life-altering, hindi siya life-changing. Pero I'm really appreciative of it. And every step of the way of it, sobrang na-appreciate ko. I got to meet a lot of people. I got to practice people skills. Kasi sobrang hina ko doon and I needed to practice to be more of a people person. Or at least decently enough para to function normally as a human being. Kasi yun, yeah. Well, ano siya, I don't know how else to put it. It's really, ewan ko, siguro, I'm just not letting it get into my head. Kasi I don't want it to. And kasi, yun din naman lagi sinasabi sa akin ng parents ko, hindi naman sila nagkukulang na magpaalala sa akin na, uy, baka yumabang ka kapag ganito, ganyan. And I'm often misunderstood as mayabang kapag I'm patting myself on the back. Pero other than that, I try my best to practice humility. And ayun nga, ito yung thing doon na parang I didn't even expect to get this part. And all I wanted to do was to give the role justice. And to alam mo yun, I'm not doing this for myself, for fame, for renown. Hindi ko to ginagawa para makilala ko. Although the connections, malaking tulong yon for sure. Pero I'm not doing it entirely for that, but more so to deliver good art. Kasi I know and I value art very much. Kaya ganun. Kumbaga, yeah.
So, yeah, like, so, ano yung role? And ano yung title nung, kung pwede mong i-share, kung ano yung title nung ano mo?
Ang title niya, hindi pa siya released as of this moment kasi ayun kakatapos pa lang ng premiere, wala pa siya sa YouTube and anything. Ang title niya is Tropa. Tapos I portrayed a working class man and a high school student. Na same person sila, pero may time skip kasi. Ayun. Yun yung inano ko. Yun yung role ko. Which is really, actually, it's also challenging, especially considering the fact na ito nga yung pinakauna kong professional outside media project na sinalihan or naging part of. I needed to perform 2 versions of the same character. Na parang I need to be giddy and I need to give justice to being a child and being an adult, which is challenging, pero it's a good challenge to have. Tapos ayun, kumbaga about sa student life, yung child version, yung younger version. Tapos yung older version is work life naman, parang gano'n. Tapos meron ng mga certain plot points doon. Tapos hence dahil sa siguro ma-figure out dahil sa title ng film na Tropa, it's about friendships and choosing the right friends. Actually, I don't think it's about choosing the right friends. It's being a good friend and what it means to be a good friend. Parang ganon. Yan. I think that better summarizes it. Tapos yun, daming experiences doon. Lalo na sa shooting, lock-in kasi yung shooting noon. Meaning, nagstay kami dun sa mismong place or sa city, sa province, which is Cavite. Shout out. Sobrang yung process. Tapos yung to tap the actor in me, which hindi ko na masyadong na panindigan. I mean, nagawa ko siya sa tapangan mga po, pero those are only fragments of it.
And tapangan mo po is yung ano mo,
yung film ko sa Film Fest. Ayun. Ayun, kumbaga na-try ko siya sa film ko sa school. Pero those parts of it and my portrayal of that is akin yun lahat eh. Kumbaga, I made everything. Hindi ako nag-perform for something na gawa ng ibang tao. I wrote, I edited and everything dun sa film ko na yun for school. Pero this time, hindi ako yung gumawa ng character, hindi ako yung ganito, ganyan. So, I needed to really internalize something that I didn't make. And I need to give it justice. Tapos, there was a time na naging super challenging nun. Tapos yung script supervisor namin, shoutout din. Hindi ko alam kung okay lang sabihin yung pangalan mo, pero shoutout. Meron siyang ginawa, meron siyang sinabi sa akin, that broke me. Yun yung feeling kong canon event. Yun yung feeling kong life-changing moment para sa akin. Kasi ever since then, I became a freaking crybaby, dude. Ang babaw na ng luha ko ever since that day.
Wait, okay. Sige lang ako very quick. I don't know what's happening sa akin. I think same tayo ng arc ngayon. Ang baba nung iyak ko ngayon, okay? Like parang nagigets kita, okay? Recently, like pinakinggan ko yung Porter Robinson, goated musician by the way. Pinakinggan ko yung ano niya, yung album kasi basta natripa ko lang. Naiyak ako. Nawal nasa work. Naiyak ako.
Habang nasa work.
Yes, I don't know what's happening. Marami malilit na shit. Pero napapansin ko lang, bakit ang iyakan ko this recently? So, nagigets kita like, may mga life things na nangyayari na biglang mag-shift yung emotional valve ng iyak mo. Parang lumuwag yung akin sa panisip.
Yeah.
Why am I teary-eyed? Why am I crying? So yeah, bigla akong I get that. May click. May magki-click and parang, okay. So, okay, yung sa'yo. So,
It was for a scene. Na tinulungan ako ng script supervisor, ganun. Kasi, of course, because it's a film, maraming magiging takes. Which is, ayun din pala, advice to all the aspiring filmmakers. Kapag merong emotionally heavy na scene, don't do the establishing shot first. Kasi, yung pinakaunang shoot ng scene na yon, andun yung lahat ng raw na emotion. Na kung meron mang pent up dun sa actor as a person, dun niya mailalabas lahat. Kaso unfortunately, yun yung nangyari dun sa shooting. Which is, we didn't know any better. None of us knew any better na hindi ko siya ma-replicate.
Oh no.
Tapos anong nangyari is, ang hirap ilabas. Kasi, nung naiyak na ako nung time na yon, it came naturally without the help of the script supervisor. I mean, nag-pep talk siya, quote and quote, sa simula, pero it's not the canon event that I was talking about. So yun. The first take na halos lahat ng camera dun sa dun sa setting is naka-establishing, so medyo malayo. Hindi nakita yung
Bakit ang weird naman? I think hindi mo yung fault.
Actually, I don't think it's establishing shot, pero alam mo yun, relatively malalayo.
Yung wide shot, basically, wide shot.
I feel parang relatively malalayo. Merong mga parang over the shoulder, ganun, pero hindi siya yung, kapag super emotional kasi nung scene, kailangan kailangan kita yung tulo ng luha alam mo yun, na kailangan super personal siya. Tapos ayun, we didn't know, and I didn't know na hindi ko siya ma-replicate. Tapos doon na nag-step in yung script supervisor. Pero even before that, nung ready na kami for the second take, nagro-roll kasi sila ng camera kapag umiiyak na ako. Pero hindi pa ako umiiyak, ganito, ganyan. Tapos biglang, alam mo yung parang merong stuck sa lalamunan mo kapag umiiyak ka. Ganon, yung time sa akin nun. Tapos parang sinabi ko, direct walang lumalabas na luha. Tapos sinabi nung director sa akin, okay lang, hintayin ka namin. Which is really thoughtful, na parang sweet. Pero at the same time, medyo nakaka-pressure siya na a lot of people are waiting on me. Na parang medyo na-pressure ako. Tapos ayun, doon na nag-step up yung, nag-step forward yung script supervisor. Sobrang lala ng sinabi niya. I don't even think na pwede kong sabihin yon. Actually, hindi ko naman siya pinangalanan. So, sasabihin ko yung sinabi niya. Nag-gauge siya ng mga trigger points ng mental health ko, pati ng emotional stability ko. Hinahanap niya kung saan ako magka-crack. Tapos dun niya dinikdik niya yun. Na as in na parang tinanong niya kung meron akong kapatid. Tapos, nung sinabi niya na meron ba kaming sense of competition ng kapatid ko, nung sinabi kong wala, nag-change kagad siya ng iba pang angle. Ganito, ganyan. Yung napunta dun sa point na yung sinabi niya sa akin na do you think you're a disappointment to your parents? Oh, shit!
And yun yung
Ay na,
yung arrow piercing.
Yun. Kumbaga, nung nalaman niya na parang, doon parang nag-choke up ako ulit na doon na, nag-double down na siya doon.
Imagine ko tuloy yung tinanong yun ng script supervisor na, do you think na disappointed ka sa parents mo? Guys, rolling! Go! Kasi bigla
actually, ganun yung ginawa niya.
Ganon?
Oo, parang ang ginawa niya is, hindi niya, gusto niyang ang mangyari is, mag-break ako to some degree na parang mag-flow na ulit, na mag-gush over na uli lahat ng emotions ko palabas. Tapos, tsaka lang siya nag-step away para mag-roll yung camera, which is really professional. Tapos, also, ito pala, dahil hindi ko naman siya pinangalanan, sobrang diabolical nung method na yon. Pero at the same time, I really, really respect it. Kasi, it's, if you say that sa isang tao, nang walang context or wala kang, it's not for a film or it's not for anything na sinabi mo lang siya sa isang tao, that's a really evil thing to do. Pero it's evil. Needed. Oo, promise. Ganun siya eh. Like parang, paano ko ba siya masabi? Paano ko siya madedescribe? Alam mo yung, sabihin natin, meron kang isang taong pinagkatiwalaan na sinabi mo sa kanya lahat ng secrets mo. Tapos, in one fell swoop, ginamit lahat nung tao na yun yung secrets mo.
To weaponize
against you. Like as in lahat. Wala siyang sinave, no quarter, no mercy. Lahat yun, pinagsaksak niya sa'yo. Pero, yun yung medyo genius dun sa ginawa ng script supervisor. Ang ginawa niya is, dahil hindi kami magkakilala masyado, nag-gauge lang siya ng konti before yung scene na yun, pero hindi hindi ganun kalalim. Nag-gauge siya mid weaponization, which is great. Pero it's in the wrong hands. Sobrang nakakatakot yun. Tapos naitawid yung scene. Sobrang astig kasi merong isang scene doon na naka-close up. Tapos kitang-kita yung luha. Isang luha lang siyang gumano.
Wow!
Nag-trace sa face ko, sa cheek ko. Tapos sobrang
story in the making.
Solid.
There we go.
Tapos after nung pag-shoot nung scene na yun, syempre, nilabas ko pa yung yung emotions ko. Humagulgul pa ako even after the shooting the scene. Pero nung tumayo na ako, tapos naglakad na papalabas nung door kasi bahay yung yung scene. Lumapit kagad yung script supervisor sa akin, tapos niyakap kagad ako, tapos nagsorry sa akin kasi kahit siya na-acknowledge niya kung gaano ka-diabolical yung ginawa niya. Pero sinabi ko, ni-reassure ko sa kanya na parang okay lang yun. Kasi if anything, okay, ito yung medyo atake. Pero again, if it's for the sake of art, talagang dudurugin natin sarili natin for the sake of art eh. Ganun kasi yung method ng paglabas sa isang estudyante ng vulnerable side niya sa UP, sa theater. Kaya sobrang saludo ako dun sa script supervisor na yun na parang I like this method. This is diabolical and I respect it. Sobrang saludo, sobrang I admire this method kasi it's treading the line na mapapatanong ka kung tama ba yung ginagawa ko or hindi. Tapos dun mo malalaman na tama siya if given the context, pati yung intention kung bakit mo ginagawa. Pero magiging in question siya kasi hindi mo alam kung kung tama or hindi, lalo na kung tatanggalin mo yung context at tatanggalin mo yung intention. Kung yung bare thing na ginawa na sinabi sa'yo, tapos may manipunay sa'yo lahat ng mga lahat ng insecurities, pati lahat ng lahat ng dalahin mo sa buhay. Kung yun lang yung titignan, masama yun eh. Pero yun, kaya sobrang isa yun sa mga sobrang nagbago yung buhay ko dahil doon. Kasi wow, bro. Walang pumantay na feeling doon up until itong nangyari na
Oh, wow.
na
Pati yung a character mo on theme. And on time.
Oh, man. Tapos ayun,
So it was a good experience, like overall.
Really good experience. Ang dami ko ring nakilala na iba't ibang uri ng tao. Like, iba-ibang work ethic, ganun, iba-ibang, yung mga nag-iiba yung persona pagdating sa work, pati pagdating sa pahinga. Kasi magkakasama kami, lock and shooting yun, magkakasama kami dun sa, it wasn't even a hotel or an apartment, it was a resort. Yung pinag-stay namin resort, which is medyo nakakalungkot kasi, dahil ako yung lead, hindi ako nakapag-swimming. Yung mga castmates ko, ilang beses sila nag-swimming, tapos ako isang beses lang, tapos ano ba?
Ba't hindi ka pwede? Anong, yung
kasi
boses
kasama
mo
ko, kasama ko sa lahat ng scene. So, wala akong free time, basically.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, yun. That was around February, March. Tapos, nung premiere na, it's a viewing of, kumbaga, nanood ako doon para ma-check kung nagustuhan ng mga tao and if it impacted them the same way.
Yeah, how did it feel na naparod mo na siya edited, like may sound na detached ka na dun sa yung version mo na nag-acting and pinapanood mo na yung sarili mo sa bunch of strangers with a bunch of strangers. Anong feeling na, how did it go? Like, nagbuba or anong experience yung watching it sa premiere mismo?
Okay, medyo I think it went well kasi ang daming people na nagpa-picture sa akin.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Aura farming.
Aura.
Ayun. Yung mga nakapanood. Which is, medyo, actually, hindi siya nakakalungkot, pero medyo disappointing lang in a sense na maaga kasi, I think, second film yung film namin. Yung film kung saan ako...
Ilang films, ilang ano ba yung...
5? 6?
5, okay.
Parang mga ganon. Tapos around... sa 5th movie, dumami yung tao na nanonood. Pero okay lang. Kumbaga, malalabas din naman yun sa YouTube. And gusto ko lang na parang ma-appreciate siya ng mas maraming tao. Not because of me, pero sana mag-resonate sa kanila in the same way na nag-resonate nung umiiyak ako dun sa scene, ganon. Parang, ayun, kumbaga, I just really wanted to do the part justice and sana na i-deliver ko yon. Tapos ayun, kumbaga, meron nagpa-picture sa akin pero sana it spoke to them and sana hindi sila nagpa-picture for the sake of
sikat
siya yung bida.
Yeah.
Sana hindi ganon. Ay, sana napulot nila yung aral kasi may aral dun sa dun sa film. Ayun.
There we go. Okay. So overall, it was a good experience.
Yes, it's a really good experience.
There we go. And it's a very unique one kasi like parang people don't usually like experience yung ganun, diba?
Lalo na sa first
the premiere night. Yeah.
Yes,
and yung people na nagpapa-picture sa'yo. So, something na... Pero weirdly, hindi life-changing yung event but life-changing yung nag-act ka.
Yung process, yes.
Yung process was life-changing but hindi yung premiere mismo.
Kumbaga, I really came into the premiere not for myself, pero as someone na I didn't want the movie to serve me. I want the movie to serve the people who are to watch it. Ayun. So, I'm just an instrument in it. So, bakit ko kailangan magbida-bida na parang, ako yung bida. I'm not doing it for that. Kumbaga, ayun talaga. Kumbaga, it's really for the people. I'm serving the people, not the other way around.
For the people.
By the people.
So, speaking for the people, saan siya, like, if na-upload, like, anong...
Sa Sebsi Films YouTube channel.
CEBSI, right?
Yes.
Spelling Sebsi, yeah.
And,
sa YouTube.
As far as I'm aware, hindi pa siya released. Pero, ayun, doon siya ilalabas. Tapos tropa yung title. Hey.
There we go. I think pag-release na siya, pwede natin ilagay sa description below, right?
Yeah.
Or if,
siya, para
at least may...
Isang episode. in a different Midnight Crisis episode. Tapos dun ko sabihin na, na-release na yung film, ganun, ganyan.
There we go, yeah. So, overall positive naman na experience.
Yes,
that's good.
it's a very positive.
Pero sabi mo,
fulfilling.
meron ka pang character arc na hindi pa tapos na nangyari last week. So, yun yung parang closing ng arc. Ng, parang manga ngayon, meron kang
may arc no?
May shonen manga. Ito na yung tapos ng character development arc, yeah.
So, after nung premiere, wala masyadong pahinga, rehearsals. Tapos, kasi meron ding upcoming na nangyari lang. By the time na i-release tong episode, would have been a week ago. Medyo a week ago, kasi Sunday. September 7th. Basta September 7th yung naging event, which is a church event. It's a big church event. It's an anniversary of the church. Parang, tapos sa Philippine Arena siya. Tapos, hindi ko alam kung by proxy ulit. Hindi by proxy, by the word regarding the family, regarding family, Yon. You know what I'm talking about. It's a big thing in the Philippines right now.
The N-word.
The different N-word.
The
Not
different
that
N-word.
one. The other one.
The other
So yon, I got to be a choreographer, assistant choreographer dun sa event na yon, which is once again, a really big thing for someone na fresh out of the oven po ako. Like, kaka-graduate ko lang po. Please. Tas ayun, kumbaga, it's really, ewan ko, I don't even know how to describe it kasi sobrang big deal nung lahat. I mean, big deal yung mga events na pinasukan ko or I got to be a part of. Tapos, choreographer, man. Actually, if anything, so shooting yun na una, tapos yung naging performer ako nung graduation sa Philippine Arena, tapos ngayon naging choreographer ako sa Philippine Arena. Fresh out of the oven, man.
Yun nga, so like parang you're living the parang the dream life ng isang comm student.
No, actually, lahat lahat
mag-perform sa stage, mag sa TV, mag-shooting and all that stuff.
Tapos ayun, kumbaga, so, syempre, meron ding mga iba't ibang experiences doon. I got to meet much more people. Kasi,
akala ko, sabi ko, I got to beat more every. Nakapag-away ka, what happened? Akala ko, meet more people. Gotcha.
I got to meet a lot more people. Kasi, yung tinuruan ko ng choreography or whole choirs plural. And
how many? Like parang can you see kung ilan yung
more or less
nila?
10 eh. Kasi wait lang. Province
so,
choirs.
to emphasize how big
5,
yung
tas 5
production
from,
na to. Yeah.
5 from QC. Around 10. Which is really ang hirap. Pati ito pa yung naging challenge. Kami lang ng dad ko yung nagko-choreograph wherein dapat 5 kaming choreographers.
Naging 2 lang.
Actually, 3. Pero dapat mga 6 or 7.
Ilan?
Tapos 10
and again,
choir.
to emphasize, 10 choir. And ilan yung choir na yun? Each
yung choir,
per choir?
Merong choir na, sabihin natin, 30 above.
Isang choir lang yun?
Isang choir. On average.
So, 10 na choir. So, imagine kung gano'ng karami.
300. Holy!
Damn. Yun yung kailangan ko i-emphasize there. Like, parang ganun kalaking production. Ganun kalami yung responsibility.
Tapos, meron pang dancers na dedicated dancers nun. Which is, they're a different, they're different clique. They're a different faction. They're a different, kumbaga kami ng dad ko, nakafocus lang kami mostly sa choirs. Na magturo ng dance sa choirs. Tapos, ayun, ano bang experience na yun? Nagstay kami sa Philippine Arena for 3 days, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tapos doon din kami natulog. Meron naman kasing bunk houses sa Philippine Arena.
I was about to ask that actually. Like, hindi kasi yung Philippine Arena kasi like literally yung nag-graduate lang ako. Yun lang in-experience ko sa Philippines. Pero like, ano yung tsura ng mga living quarters sila doon? Like, is it, ano lang talaga, like bed and...
Para siyang dorm room, basically.
Parang dorm.
Oo. Dorm room na merong sariling CR, pati, sink, faucet.
May aircon ba?
Yes. Sobrang lakas ng aircon sa mga bunkhouse, by the way.
So, comfortable naman ng
yes,
ang
it's
stay
really
doon.
Comfortable naman. Tapos ayun, tapos yung mga rehearsals, naglalast for the whole day rin. Kaya rin kami nagbabunkhouse. So, parang mga, 8 to 11, mga ganun. 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Parang mga ganun. As in, talaga, sagad-sagad talaga. Kasi yun lang din yung 3 araw na nakapag-practice kami sa venue. And mahirap i-simulate yung stage na opens, yung space ng Philippine Arena regardless kung saan ka magpa-practice unless sa Philippine Arena. Kasi ang laki ng stage ng Philippine Arena. Tapos ayun, it's a really, really challenging experience. Today is the time of recording. It's Tuesday. So yesterday, Monday, kakatapos lang halos ng event. Kakauwi lang, tas yun yung unang
very
tulog
fresh,
ko dito. Oo. Nung Monday, ayan, sasabihin ko lang nung Monday, hindi kahapon. Nung Monday, September 8th, dun bumuhos sa akin lahat ng pagod. Like, hindi ko naramdaman yung pagod sa lahat ng rehearsals, pati sa lahat ng, sa whole time na nandun kami sa Philippine Arena. Naramdaman ko yung pagod after the fact, after nung event, and after nung una kong tulog dito sa bahay. Pagka-uwi from the event. Like, dun ko naramdaman lahat. So, dun ko na-realize na, holy, sobrang nakakapagod pala nung nangyari. It's just that hindi ko siya naramdaman nung buong practice, tapos nung buong event. Tapos, ayun, it was really, really challenging. Pero once again, it's a really fulfilling experience. Kasi, dude, nag-choreograph ako sa sobrang daming tao. I never thought I would do that. I would choreograph that many people again. Kasi the last time I choreographed that many people is sa school. Sa school din. Sa UPIS naman. Nagturo ako ng power dance. So, it's really, I'm fortunate enough to have that experience for sure. For sure. So yun, I don't know how to describe it, man. Kumbaga, it's sobrang laki nung scale nung nangyari na I'm at a loss for words for it.
Like, parang maybe it's not, hindi ko mo pa na-absorb yung...
kasi sobrang fresh pa din ng
fresh pa, like kahapon lang, yeah.
So, ang daming nag-add sa akin sa Facebook.
Oh, wow, nice.
Tapos, ayun din, marami din. Actually, mas marami nagpa-picture sa akin. Kahit wala naman ako sa stage, hindi naman ako bida. Tapos, ayun, kumbaga, ang daming nagpa-picture sa akin, tapos ang daming nag-add din sa akin sa Facebook, ganon. Tapos, ganon lang din uli yung naramdaman ko, na, although, in a different sense, kasi dun sa, dun sa premiere, I was serving the audience. This time, I'm serving the performers, na sana, I got to be the right choreographer for all of you to, para magampanan nyo yung kailangan yung sayawin, to dance, to fix some of the forms, o kaya yung parang, yung inhibitions na parang, para maging uniform yung movement ng mga tao, especially that many people na nag-perform ng same routine basically. Tapos ayun, na batay dun sa mga nagme-message sa akin, kasi ang daming nag-thank you sa akin, which is I'm really also thankful na ang daming nag-appreciate, kasi if they appreciated it, kahit papaano, I did my part. Kahit hindi man perpekto yung paggawa ko ng part ko, I did my part. And ayun lang. Kumbaga, ito yung canon event din.
Okay, ito yung canon. Okay.
ito yung connection niya sa sa shooting. Kaya ako nabanggit yung shooting tungkol dun sa premiere. Di ba mababaw na yung luha ko? Dahil ever since nung shooting around February, March, mababaw na yung luha ko. Nagiging comfortable na akong umiyak. Nung September 7th, nung mismong show na, nung mismong start na nung event, kaka-start pa lang nung event proper, bigla akong humagulgol out of nowhere.
Humagulgol, wow.
It's not even just tear eyes, hindi katulad ng sa shooting na siya, na merong hagulgol na part nung shooting pero hindi ganun katagal katulad nung nangyari nung September 7th. Nung September 7th, humagulgol ako for 4 songs straight. 4 song numbers straight. Humahagulgol ako. And I don't even know the reason why.
Welcome back! Wow, wagang suot. Yeah, clearly hindi na-corrupt yung file, you know. Hindi na corrupt at kailangan mag-re-record ulit. Pero, continue on. Ano sinabi mo? Sinabi mo na nasa Philippine Arena na yung part mo ng story. So, at least okay lang yung cut-off natin actually. Na hindi galing sa akin yung problema, by the way. Nagmalinis no? Kaya na-explain mo na yung problema. Anyway, ayun. So, let's start again. So, exciting. Wow, I need to hear this again. Or hindi, first time ko palang ito marinig actually. Like, tell me, what happened?
Okay.
Walang surprise. Hindi, pero yeah, like, sabi mo sa Philippine Arena, going back lang, you know, so, dalawang event kayo Philippine Arena, sabi mo, humagulgul ka nung time na nakita mo na yung niluto mo for the people.
Yeah.
Sa nakawakan mong team, basically. Na-present na siya sa harap ng maraming tao. So, why ka na humagulgol?
Actually,
sabi
yes.
mo,
Okay.
kasi hindi ka masyadong emotional person, right? Na-remember ko, a few episodes ago, yung kumanta kayo with your mom, with your parents sa Philippine Arena.
Tapos,
sinabi mo doon na hindi ka, medyo stoic ka emotionally, right? Pero naiyak ka. Like, may tumama sa'yo.
Medyo reserved.
And nangyari siya ulit. Yeah. And it happened again here. So, anong common denominator? Ano sa tingin mo yun? Bakit?
It's a good thing na nabanggit mo yan kasi kagabi, yung na-corrupt na file, hindi natin napag-usapan tong part na to. Yun yung parang steady na progression ng pagiging mababaw ng luha ko, pati ng pagiging emotionally in tune ko sa sarili ko. Parang ganon. Ayun nga. So, nag-start siya dun sa shooting. Something sa akin is parang some walls broke down sa akin to be able to let my emotions flow more clearly or more evidently, mas nakikita. Tapos, kaya ako nagulat din dun sa nung nag-perform kami sa Philippine Arena nung graduation, na umiyak ako kasi, ayun nga, I don't do it. Tapos nakakaya pa kasi Philippine Arena yon, may camera, kitang-kita ako, ganon. Tapos, itong nangyari, nitong September 7th, yun yung malala. Kasi kahit hindi ako performer doon, hindi ako naluha lang yung sa graduation naluha lang ako Pero dito nung September 7, humahagulgul ako for 4 songs straight. 4 song numbers straight.
Okay, akala ko like, yung initial moment lang ikaw naiyak, na like, oh my gosh, tapos na yung pagod ko. Pero 4 songs, ang haba no?
Oo.
Mababa din yung naiyak na crying
hindi
session.
Hindi lang siya 4 songs. Kasi meron parang mga AVP in the middle of songs na siguro 1 or 2 minutes ang length. Tapos sobrang tagal kong umiiyak
Kasi di basang-basa yung mukha mo and yung damit mo, right?
Nakakatawa doon. Syempre, dahil hindi ko ina-expect like ever, like bago sa akin yung act of crying, especially crying in public. Syempre, hindi ako nagdadala ng panyo. Although, for chivalry's sake, dapat nagdadala ako nun. Hindi ako nagdadala ng panyo. Pero, meron akong hawak na extra na damit. Kasi syempre, before mag-start yung event sa Philippine Arena, nag-run through, nag-practice ulit. Kumbaga, the whole production made the most of the time left before yung actual na na performance. Tas ayun. So, hawak ko yung extra kong damit na hindi ko naman na kailangan kasi manonood na lang ako. Tapos, hindi ko siya nilagay sa bag ko. Tapos yun yung ginamit kong pamunas. Basang-basa yung shirt na yun ng luha.
Yeah.
Tapos ayun, kumbaga, I didn't even know, I couldn't figure out why, especially in that moment. Kasi height ng emotion and I didn't know kung bakit ayaw tumigil ng luha ko. Pero ngayon, like in retrospect, it's been time of recording nitong part na to, ng episode na to is, it would have been 3 days after.
3 days. Mm-hmm.
So, thinking about it, looking back, I still don't know for certain kung bakit ako humagulgol, especially in that intensity, kung bakit sobrang hagulgol talaga ako nung time na yun. Pero I can think of maraming reasons. Yung sinabi mo kanina, kakabanggit mo lang na tapos na yung pagod, ganon. Yon, isa yon. Tapos pangalawa din yung, nakikita ko na yung fruits of not just my labor, pero yung labor ng lahat ng kabuuan ng production. Pero ayun, kapag nakikita ko na sumasayaw yung yung choirs, yung performers, tapos ako yung nagturo nun sa kanila, tapos nagagawa nila ng maayos, tapos I hope nagagandahan yung or nagandahan yung audience that time. Ayun, parang that's what I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it, and that's who I'm doing it for. Well, dahil church event siya, hindi lang naman para sa tao yung you know how it goes. Pero ayun, kumbaga, I wanted the whole production and me being a part of the creative side of it na nagtuturo sa sa mga magiging performers na magpa-perform sila. I wanted them to transfer the energy or transfer the emotions, the sincerity toward the audience. And being an audience member that time, kasi technically audience member ako kahit ako yung nagturo, ako naramdaman ko sa akin as an audience member that time. Pero it's still important to note na maraming reasons kung bakit ang sobrang taas nung emotions ko noon. Tapos ayun, kumbaga masaya ako nung time na yun. As in, super saya ko, pati super proud ko sa lahat ng performers. Super proud ako sa nagawa naming lahat, sa kinalabasan ng buong performance, ganun. Sobrang I'm happy for them. I'm happy for myself, and I'm happy. Tapos ayun.
Rare Aldous W.
Actually, legit.
Rare Aldous H pala, yeah.
Legit.
Rare Aldous Happy.
Rare Aldous Happy.
Yeah.
Ayun. Tapos, I just really hope na, ayun nga, nakapagbigay kami ng inspiration sa mga tao. Pati, nagampanan namin lahat yung parts namin dun sa production na yun. And, ayun. Kumbaga, pero yun na yung parang, from start, naging aftermath naging kagad effects kagad. Pero, ang dami ring nangyari, like, in between, nung mga rehearsals, pati ng mga...
I'm sure may mga chismis ka na. May mga ganap na nangyari behind the scenes na like, yeah.
Marami. I mean, hindi naman siya nawawala sa kahit anong production. Pero, marami akong, like, na-experience on my own na notable. I mean, personally, hindi ko na isasama yung tungkol dun sa mismong production, ganun. Kasi I don't want to say anything na hindi naman ako ganun ka-involved. Pero ang dami ko kasing na-experience that time. Ang dami kong na-meet na people that time. Tapos ito pa, I heard of 2 people like years before from a friend who's no longer my friend. Hindi natin pag-uusapan yon. Hindi natin pag-uusapan yon. Pero let's just say na meron akong nakilala. Ay, meron akong nalaman ko na hindi ko nalaman. Sinabi sa akin ng tao na yon nung hindi ko na kaibigan na
okay.
Meron pa siyang kaibigan tapos may jowa yung kaibigan niya na yon.
Okay, so malayo.
So ano siya?
Malayong source.
Oo. She's a girl. Tapos meron siyang friend na girl din. Tapos may boyfriend yung girl na yon. Tapos I really wanted to meet the guy. Yung boyfriend nung kaibigan. Kasi yung kaibigan nung kaibigan ko is actually kaibigan ko rin naman kasi yung isa. Kaibigan ko rin yung kaibigan nung kaibigan ko. So
anong meron? So anong meron doon?
I never got to meet the person. I never got to meet the boyfriend ng ng kaibigan ko. Tapos nung rehearsals, merong isang time na tinitignan ko yung isang tao doon na parang I feel like I've seen this person before. Pero I can't put my finger on it kung saan ko siya nakita. Tapos, nung lumapit ako sa kanya, tinanong ko kung ano pangalan niya. Sinabi niya sa akin kung ano yung pangalan niya. Naging, yung terrified shock emoji yung mukha ko. Kasi na-realize ko na, ikaw yun. Ikaw yung boyfriend ng Hindi ko na kasi friend yun. And alam niya naman na hindi na kami friend.
Pati,
hindi na rin sila. By the time na nagkita kami nung boyfriend, hindi na sila mag-boyfriend girlfriend. Tapos yun.
Okay.
Syempre,
so where's this going?
I mean,
funny na lang story mo in a sense na like
hindi, I mean,
traditional like
kumbaga,
parang
ang tagal lang nung
is like, okay.
parang choose your own
I'm
adventure.
leaning more sa okay. So kung hindi na sila, what does that mean?
Hindi, ang dami ko lang kumbaga, nag-usap kami, tapos nag-compare kami ng stories on how events transpired.
Nag-compare notes kayo. Yeah, like, this is what I think happened kasi.
Or, meron ding parts na, ito kasi yung sinabi sa akin nung ex ko, nung girlfriend ko that time about this part. So, meron
ng isang source about
meron ng
so,
kino-cross-reference na namin yung sources namin.
So, ang point mo ba nagkaroon ng closure on a few stuff na unresolved dun sa friend group na yun? Na very vague, na mas, I feel like excited siya kung i-dig deep kasi like, I feel like, if hindi ka confident na okay lang, but ang interesting
actually, I'm
kasi,
protecting the boyfriend's identity
of course.
Kasi, if anything, I didn't get the closure because I didn't need closure. Feeling ko, nakadagdag ng information to better understand what happened.
Why?
Yung boyfriend. Because of the information that I...
Gotcha. Wait, so yung breakup nung friend mo,
it was sudden.
Boyfriend...
It was sudden. Yun ang sinabi. Yun ang sinabi sa akin nung boyfriend.
And did it involve yung
friendship?
Yung sa happening na yun, right? Naging factor ba yun? Or detach yung nangyari kung ano man yun?
Merong sense of detachment. Kasi, ayun din. Actually, yes. Detached siya kasi wala na kaming sa isa't isa. Pero ayun.
Before sila nag-break.
Yung kin-cross-reference namin na events is, yung kin-cross-reference namin na events, one, yung sa fall off, ano yung tamang term? Basta yung pagka split ng friendship. Yun yung isa. Tapos pangalawa, yung pag-split naman nila as magjowa. Kasi maraming information din doon.
Fuck you! Take 4. Take 4. Okay, anyway. Ayoko na ikwento. Moving on. We recorded for 40 minutes. And nakuha lang niya yung 15 minutes. This is take 4. We're cursed. I'm cursed. This laptop is cursed!
Okay, going back. Ayan.
Going back, yeah, sakto kasi group dynamics, right? And you went on, gusto ko lang spoil yung sinabi mo about hope. You hope for so much.
Yes.
You hope, yung injection of hope, you change yung perspective mo about stuff. And I just need it right now. So can you repeat it for me for the 4th time? Kung anong nangyari sa'yo sa life mo.
Is-segue ko muna siya. For context, nakuha ko to kasi I reached out. Episode 6, Aldous preached it but didn't practice it. Ngayon pinractice ko, and it's really helpful. It changed my perspective on a lot of things, na yung happiness pati yung optimism nanggagaling siya sa you yourself, putting yourself out there. Tas ayun, sobrang dami kong natutunan, sobrang dami kong because I'm happy, mas naging in tune ako sa sarili ko, kaya mas naging easy, or it became easier for me to introspect. It became easier to me for me to analyze my actions, my inhibitions, and everything that I need to improve on, everything that I need to keep myself in check. Shout out sa limerence ko. Thank you sa pagiging limerent. Actually, no thank you. Gusto kitang i-conquer. Gusto kong maging I want to be able to, it's either ako yung magiging stronger to handle you, or mapapahina ko yung limerence ko. But that's not the point here. The point here is yung optimism na nakuha ko out of all of this, out of everything, which is yun yung ako ngayon yung bumabalanse kay Sen sa nararamdaman niya.
I'm yung Sisyphus, right? Yung
yeah.
The mountain, the boulder thingy. I'm just nahulog na. Yung akin, yung boulder ko, nasa taas tayo kanina, right?
Nakabaon niyo sa'yo.
Ngayon, nandun ako sa baba. Right now, it's just, you know.
So yeah, actually, it's good that you mentioned that yung tukol
it's so thematic. It's weirdly meta.
Yes, actually.
Kasi I think at this point, tatlong tries na yung topic mo about hope and, you know, yung rejuvenation mo ng life.
Yeah.
And you keep saying it and saying it and saying it for so many times now dahil it keeps corrupting yung file. This episode is cursed. Sa sarili ko, like, it's just funny, like, to think about, like, super happy ka ngayon. You're just happy to, like, reiterate and say it every time. Yung journey mo of your self-discovery and acceptance. And ako, I'm down here spiraling down. It's funny kasi you said that. So, take 3 na recording na wala, na, like, you're spiraling up. You know, because of those events.
Yes.
And ako, I'm spiraling down.
Ayun, for context din, kasi kami lang yung
sabihin mo na lang
naging conversation lang siya. Naging conversation lang siya at this point kasi nga wala yung corrupted ulit file. Meron tayong concept ng spiraling down, pero meron din I think there also is a concept of spiraling up. Pero at the same time, meron ding dangers sa pag-spiral up. Kasi yung spiraling down, alam mo na you're going down for real. You're going down, kaya parang ma-realize mo lahat ng mga bad things na
right now
nangyayari sa'yo,
like,
o kaya
why am I
yung
doing this?
nagagawa mo sa sarili mo even. Yeah.
I failed you as a co-host. Anyway, what are you saying?
I think there's also a concept of spiraling up na parang andun yung actually pagsasamahin ko yung recording 3 pati yung recording kanina lang na kasi pinakinggan ko yung pangatlong recording na yung pag-spiral up kasi it's a good thing kasi andun yung law of attraction na if you are happy tapos magiging compatible ka or magiging mas able ka into doing good things that will make you more happy. Yun yung concept ng pag-spiral up. It will lead you to self-improvement. Kaso, if you don't keep it in check, yung pagiging masaya mo, tas nag-spiral up ka, parang mapupunta ka sa hedonism, ganon, na parang ipapursue mo na lang yung thrills.
Pleasure for pleasure's sake.
Na hindi ka na nandun for virtue or for improvement, for self-actualization. Napapagsama ko talaga yung recording 3 pati 4.
Just fucking like, there we go. You will learn as we go.
Yes.
Nagiging mas polished yung thoughts mo and ako mas nag-inspire down into like parang depression and like, hopelessness.
Nagpapalit tayo sa
What a fun experience sa mga audio listeners and sa mga watchers, like parang yung deterioration of my mental health.
Actually, rinig na rinig sa audio yung
and yung further hope mo, yung tumatas yung hope mo, yung optimism.
Yung optimism, ang nabanggit ko dun is yung glass half full pati glass glass half empty. Ang daming nilagay na unnecessary information dun. Pero at the end of it all, the glass half full, glass half empty thing is a metaphor. It's about how you look at life. Yun. It's about...
Ubus na yung tubig ko, by the way. Like, ubus na kasi like, tapos na recording and like, recorded.
I'm sorry. Just to make it clear, hindi ko tinatawanan si Sign. Natatawa ako sa unfortunate events, pero nagigets ko kung bakit hindi nararamdaman ni Sign.
Fun it, yeah. It's good to laugh at me. Like, I don't know, like, yeah.
Nah, man. Unfortunate
events
are...
Kailangan ko i-borrow yung arc mo, right? I need to be in a premiere. I need ko mag-choreograph ng dance sa 10 choir na ilang tao per choir.
Hey, by the way, I just looked up something sa social media, and it wasn't just 300 performers. It was around 500 or 750.
500 plus. There we go.
So mas marami.
Like, yeah, to imagine handling that, all of that. So gets ko kung ba't ka humagulgol for so long, yes. For how many songs, right?
4 songs, humagulgol, tapos non-stop, tapos meron pang
intermissions.
AVP.
Songs,
so yun.
I need ko rin ng ganung moment. Pagtapos na tong recording na to, and
kailangan
rin correctly.
Pero yun, I'm right now I'm happy. I'm content. Sana all signs.
No, yeah, I said this before, just to be like, shift lang sa'yo yung attention sa'yo. Like, yeah, it's good to see you happy kasi like, since episode 6, may parang cloud of pessimism ka. Parang ganun ba yung word for it? I don't know, like, something about it holding you back lang to like be happy. Maybe yung issues, problems, personal life, or yung self-actualizations. Wala pa yung actualization sa self. Pero like parang yung compact event na nangyari sa'yo this past week na very, very unique.
And life-changing, man. Sobrang life-changing.
Life-changing for some people. For most people, right? And funny kasi natanong ko sa'yo kung nasama siya sa record or not. But nasabi ko sa'yo na like, did it feel life-changing sa'yo? Sabi mo, hindi. Parang felt like I'm just going through the motions. Pero since 3 days na ikaw apart from the Philippine Arena event, and how many days na sa premiere? 5, 6 days?
Since
or a week na?
Premiere, halos a week na, yes.
A week na, yeah. I feel like doon mo na na-observe yung hopium, yung optimism, happiness, kasi like doon mo na process na, yeah, this happens sa akin. This is something that I need to hold on to. Kasi it's easy to like to forget na parang yung nangyari sa is something that like, you should be happy about. You should be proud of that, by the way. Yeah.
Yes.
I sabi sa'yo sa past 3 recordings.
I believe that I am.
There we go.
Proud.
It's weird to see you. It's weird to hear you say that. Weirdly.
Actually, kahit yung sa recording 3 na yung first time na sinabi ko na masaya ako, kahit ako medyo nagulantang ako na sinabi ko yun. Pero I actually am happy. And obvious naman sa viewers pati listeners namin na ibang-iba yung ako ngayon pati sa ako nung past episodes. And
for sure.
Yeah, I want to maintain this, but I want to maintain this in such a way that I'm still responsible. I'm still keeping myself in check. Sinabi ko last recording, recording 4. Recording 3. I don't know. I lost count. Sinabi ko rin doon na I want to be I want to practice this freedom, but I want to be responsibly free. Na parang ito yung parang nakuha ko na learnings, pati yung happiness, yung fulfillment nung dun sa week na yon. But hindi dahil masaya to is parang magiging chaotic na ako na ang saya-saya ako na I will still keep myself in check. I will not lose sight of what I still need to do and what I still need to improve on. I will not stop analyzing myself and parts of myself that I believe still need refining. Tas ayun, kumbaga it's really sobrang now I'm getting 4 recordings in na it truly was life-changing. And even though I don't look at it that way, it doesn't change the fact that it is or it was, kasi it shows how I am right now. Even though I don't look at it as something na parang a big thing, nakikita sa kung paano ko ngayon that it changed me. And it changed me to be good. It changed me to be better, and I'm really happy for that. I'm really happy for myself, and I'm also really happy and proud of all the people na nakasama ko dun sa production. Both
Yeah. Yun yung
productions, dun sa
nag-spark
film,
eh.
pati sa... Yeah, yeah. Kahit hindi sila
connections mo na you
directly
made,
involved
yeah.
dun, kahit hindi sila directly involved dun, they were a part of it. Kumbaga, this moment of my life, this life-changing week, parte sila nun, and I'm really thankful for all of them kahit hindi nila alam na they were a part of something that changed me for the better.
Change.
Wow, that was powerful. Oh, shit.
That's powerful dahil like, you know, kailangan mong ma-condense yung
Hindi,
pero like, yeah, like parang tama ka, yeah. You need to hold on to that. Yung sabi ko sa'yo,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Kasi like, I know na like, you sabi mo, you're on a high, like, emotional high, you know, like parang victory lap mo of your
using
life.
the Sisyphus
right now.
Metaphor.
Sisyphus metaphor,
babagsak
yeah,
yung
nasa top of, yeah. Eventually, babagsak siya, you need to acknowledge that.
But
And
I still need to, one must imagine Odell is happy. Oh,
there we go.
Yun.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to hold on to like yung feeling of like euphoria. Yung feeling of like parang ano mo, yung
contentment.
this victory, yeah. Pag nahulog siya ulit sa baba.
Yeah.
yung boulder.
I still need
no, I know that feeling. I need to hold on to that. Yeah.
Ayan.
For sure. Yeah. It's just so funny lang na like weirdly, unexpectedly, very thematic on brand. On
Actually,
theme.
yeah.
I'm having a midnight crisis right now. Actually, like ito yung literal midnight crisis on my end. 4 recordings na. I feel like I'm on the Matrix, you know, looping. I'm on a time loop.
There is no spoon, my friend.
Pero the Aldous is like keeping me afloat actually, like emotionally.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you saying
behind
that.
the scenes. No, yeah, behind the scenes are like kasi it sucks kasi like you've told these stories na like very raw and off the cuff, right? Hindi siya scripted. Like parang ano mo yung genuine like yung kasi important sa akin, right? Yung first take. Kasi podcast so like, you know, yun yung gusto ko. Ma-capture yun. But
it's more refined now, though. I mean,
apat na beses na lang lumipad yung ibon. Like, hindi wala na yung novelty of catching it for the first time. Like, well, okay, I've already caught you. Ikaw yung same ibon. So, you know.
Kung ano yung lalabas, baka yun yung dapat lumabas.
Mas lumalala yata eh. Hindi, pero yeah. Yung hope mo is like infectious, kumbaga. So what's next na for Odell's ngayon?
Oh,
dahil
thank you for saying that.
Malaking injection of like, may malaking injection of hopium.
Ano to? Recording 2. Nanakat din.
Oh, eh? Do you
yung
remember?
Yung on to the next one, my dude.
Oh yeah, yung on to the next one.
I never got to
there we go.
Say that's recording 3.
Kasi yung nangyari is very
one.
unique, right? Like parang ano siya talaga, like parang left and right, you know, premiere, ikaw yung main actor, tapos you know, yung choreograph, nag-handle ka ng team of like 500 plus and na-present siya sa biggest stage sa Philippine Arena, right?
Yeah.
So like parang after all of that, like parang you go back sa bahay mo ngayon and recording this podcast episode for the 4th time, right? Like parang na-ground ka ulit. So like parang ano na yung with all of that experience, parang si Frodo ka, umuwi ka na ulit.
Sa Shire.
Back to Shire, yeah. So ano na? What's next na?
There's no better way of putting it. On to the next one. Whatever it may be. For sure, I'm continuing and I'm still making music. I'm continuing producing the music that I'm going to ideally release next year. Early next year. Yeah.
Early next year. Okay. Walang specific time, but for sure next year.
Actually, I want to release it around my birthday, which is January. So first month.
Meron kang deadline.
Week.
There we go.
Ay, second week na ano.
There we go.
Ayun. But that means I need to finish it around December. Around December, yeah, actually. So I need to get back onto the grind. Tapos I'm going to keep putting myself out there. I'm going to keep reaching out to people. I'm going to as much as possible hold on to this for para maging parte to ng who I am. Kasi this is a much better experience of living than being pessimistic and being alone in your head and being caged na nakakulong ka sa utak mo, nakakulong ka sa ano mo, sa sarili mo, ganon. It really helps. It really helps to talk to someone, however cliche that may be. Tapos, ayun, kumbaga, yeah, I guess that's it. It's a fulfilling experience. I appreciate everything so much more right now, and I want to keep it that way. But at the same time, I want to be responsible and still keep myself in check and continue to improve. Wow, sobrang concise nun. Sobrang nung
para siyang writing principle, redraft. Yun yung nangyayari ngayon. We're redrafting our thoughts again and again and again. So, there we go. Meron ng release window.
Yes. Release.
Yung next na album?
It's a mini album. In music terms, it's called an extended play or an EP.
EP.
Yeah. Ayun. So, abangan nyo yun. Tapos, ang dami ko rin naging bagong friends sa Facebook. Sana pakinggan din nila. Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yun yung discuss mo, right? Because of this connections nga, right? Yung interaction mo with people.
Hindi yung purpose ko for accepting their friend requests, pero andun yung friend request
andun yung
benefit,
benefit, yeah. There we go. Networking, connections, there we go.
Yes. Okay, sana masave tong recording na to kasi feeling ko ito yung pinaka-consolidated ng lahat ng recordings combined.
Like I'm really like if first time natin mag-release ng 15-minute episode na like ano lang siya. Okay, if ever.
Fragmented.
Like I don't know what's gonna happen, alright? Yeah. Ano pa ba? Meron ba tayo hindi nasabi or something?
Ay ako, meron akong isa-suggest sign. What if ako yung mag-sign off ngayon kasi baka hindi na
Yeah, I feel like yun yung curse. Like, I need to break the curse or something. Like, alam mo na yung routine.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm on my way ulit. On the climb, okay? I'm pushing the boulder up ulit.
Yeah.
Okay, you go and like...
One must imagine sign XYN and happy. Yeah.
I will be happy if nag-record tong episode.
Ako, I will be happy if they like and subscribe.
Oh wow, nice segue. There we go.
Let's go. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
You know how it is? Please like and subscribe sa Midnight Crisis. Hindi ko kinabisado yung outro ni Sign kung paano siya ang naaalala ko lang is yung signing off niya, pati yung Das Vidanya ko.
Spotify and YouTube.
Oh yeah. Spotify, YouTube. Ang sinasabi ni Sign palagi is kung gusto niyo makita yung mga mukha namin sa YouTube, tapos kung gusto niyo available din sa Spotify. Tapos, ayun, yeah. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully. Sana nandito pa. Ayun. Sign moment of truth ulit. Moment of truth ulit. Bye, check na namin kung kung
just sign me off, man. Just end me. May live leak na sa top right ng
man.
Ayun. Live leak na watermark.
Thank you so much.
Get me
everybody.
Out of here. Hope yum. Guys, hope. Don't be like me. Okay? Be like Aldous. Yun ang lesson.
Hope yum. It's okay to be not okay. Pero the goal here is
you ended it on that quote?
Yeah.
It's okay not to be okay?
I mean,
okay.
It's okay to not be okay. Pero ano pa rin,
it's not okay if this is
don't dwell on it. Kumbaga, stay in it as much as you need to, pero not a second more. Ooh, yeah, I love that.
There we go, yeah.
So yun na yun. Ang lagi sinasabi ni Sign is bye. Oh, ginagawa ko na rin.
Ano ba yung sa'yo? Das Vidanya.
Das Vidanya. Bye-bye. Moment of truth.
Stop recording, please.
for watching and or listening to this episode of the Midnight Crisis Podcast. Maraming salamat sa mga taong to for making this possible. Aldos de la Peña, creator of the main theme, audio editor, and content producer. As Gardose for the concept art. And Joey Paculan for being our graphic designer and creator of the visual identity of Midnight Crisis.